know who Julia Fox is? That's a rhetorical question. I know that you two kind of do. She's an actress. You might have seen her in the critically lauded movie Uncut Gems from a few years ago. But more relevantly than being an actress, she's a bit of an icon these days. Her iconness, her iconity, however we use that word, was recently boosted by a short, very public relationship with Kanye. This is pre-anti-Semitism Kanye. And what I've come to understand about Julia Fox from kind of watching her in the media over the last few months is that she is kind of what we used to quite insultingly call an it girl, I think. She influences fashion. It's all about what she wears. She turns up at all the parties. I know because I listened to an interview with her on Emrada's podcast, which was an hour of my life I'll never get back.
Why do you do this to yourself?
Well, I like to know. I like to be relevant with the young people.
Basic
But she goes to a lot of parties and poses on the red carpet and then she goes home because that's how you do it, right? You don't have to go to the party. You just have to be seen to go to the party. So she's also big on TikTok. A lot of the millennials love her on TikTok. Anyway, the reason I'm telling you about Julia Fox is that this week she's become an unexpected proponent of age positivity. Julia is 32, which in my world is not very old. And
I disagree.
This is
I think that's when you're at your most paranoid. From the women I work with, the ones who are in the most knots about aging are the women in their late 20s, early 30s.
That's true. That's true. So she definitely fits that bracket. And this week on TikTok, she said this, and people lost their minds. Have we got the grab?
Yeah, got it.
Just so you guys know, aging is fully in. Like, fully. Dirty girl, ugly, not wearing clothes that fit your body type, just wearing anything you want. All those things are in. And if I see another product that says anti-aging on the label, I'm suing. I'm going to sue. I'm going to sue because I'm going to age regardless of if I put that fucking $500 serum on my face, and you all fucking know it and we know it, so let's stop lying to ourselves. Getting old is fucking hot, okay? It is sexy. It is probably the sexiest time in life, actually, because being pretty and hot in your 20s is the fucking trenches, okay? And I'm not going back there.
Getting old is fucking hot. She also coupled this with an appearance on the Amazon Fashion Awards, which was the big red carpet last week. Kim Kardashian, they're all there, where she kind of wore very little, to be honest. Mia wouldn't have approved. She wore this kind of bra and knickers thing, black, but she had really silver roots and silver bleached brows. So she's kind of cosplaying at being older because she doesn't actually have silver roots in all her other pictures. What do we think about this? Is it refreshing? Is it a bit patronizing?
God.
Mia?
Look, I think anyone that draws attention to the fact that the idea of anti-aging in itself is perverse and insulting because the opposite of aging is dying. But the idea of performing aging, I love, and I'm going to talk about Jennifer Aniston, I love this idea of it's fine to be old but not to have an old woman's body, because the body that she has, because she is a younger woman, is not the same. It's funny, I had a girlfriend text me this morning just to talk, said, oh, you know, I've got such a perry body. And it's true. You kind of become more and more like a circle as you get older because you just start putting on more weight around your middle. And that's just kind of a fact of life. It doesn't matter about how much you eat or whether you exercise. Your body just sort of reapportions where you carry your weight. And it's like a body shape that no matter how much they try, you can see it in Madonna, etc. If you look at the real thing, I'm not talking about if you look at Photoshop versions like, you know, Jennifer Aniston, who knows what she looks like. But this idea that aging is about having all the hallmarks of someone who's got a young body and a young face, because Julia Fox has a huge amount of work in her face. She's got fillers and all of that stuff, Botox. So it's like her version of aging is some silver roots with a bikini on a red carpet.
I'm trying to figure out still sort of how I feel about all of this, because when I hear about the idea of someone who is one of the most popular people on TikTok talking positively about aging, I think, well, great. You know, who are the people on TikTok? Really young people. Are they the people that need to hear this? Possibly. Like, I think it's great that there would be a message for these young people that aging is not something to be afraid of. And exactly what you said, Mia, the opposite of aging is dying. Like, what's the alternative? You'd be dead. But then I looked at these photos with the silver roots or whatever in the hair, and it just looks like someone who's been relying on their dry shampoo can for about 6 weeks too long.
I don't hate it. Like, anything that makes grey roots look cool on a red carpet and normalised will save the rest of us a lot of money. I don't hate it.
Something that makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable is that in that TikTok we hear her describe that, like, you know, I'm done with being sexy and hot and young. I just want to be ugly and dirty and wear my ugly, dirty clothes. So it's not really...
Dirty girl, aging, ugly, you know, all those things.
Yeah. It's not really...
Clothes that don't fit you.
Aging, and it's not really empowering aging women. It's saying, hey, aging women, you're dirty and your clothes are ugly, but I don't want to buy serums and I stand with you.
I think she's trying to say I'm rejecting the male gaze, but...
Yes, exactly. I think she is, Mia, because also what I learned when I listened to that interview with her and Emrata is that she talks about how exhausting being hot in her 20s, like being the hot girl, the performative hot girl throughout her 20s was and is. And I think that she is now dressing, and that aesthetic that she is celebrating is a much more high fashion, hard edged one, where it's not about men thinking you're attractive, and it's much more about other women thinking you're cool. But it's like you have to state that just in case anyone should think you were trying to be attractive to men. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like,
She's
it's
so
a very
interesting to me.
meta.
Like, she was a dominatrix in her early 20s. She's a had
an interesting and continues to have an interesting life. She's certainly got an interesting point of view. I like that she's out there, because I like that she, as you say, she's not trying to appeal to men. Like, she's got this weird eye makeup that she likes to wear that's very severe. And she even says, I'm not interested in sex. I just want to go home. I'm not looking for a relationship. So she's not sort of trying to appeal to guys.
Yeah. My friends on TikTok adore her. They say that she is the most authentic person on the platform. So I don't know, like, whether she's trolling us. Is she an eccentric marketing genius? I think she's like a weirdo in a great way. But I just worry that, she's someone to me who seems to be in her prime, at the top of her game. And for that to become the idea of what aging looks like, she's representing that, and she's not invisible. She's not what you guys talk about the invisible woman.
Her point is that no matter how old you are, you can never win this game, and you're never young enough. You know, it's like she's 32 and she still feels this pressure to look younger than she does. And, you know, it's back to that idea, though, to what you said. Why does it have to be either I don't want to appeal to men and be sexy and be considered by society to be sexually attractive, or I have to look a certain way? Like, the idea that you could have grey hair and, you know, wear clothes that don't fit you and not dress in that way and still be attractive is just
why do we have to disconnect
women?
Sex and age?
Exactly. And you know, that was the point that I was trying to make about Jennifer Aniston as well.
Full circle moment.
Looks like a lot of hard work.